Hello there everyone, and welcome back to the American Civil War. Let's go ahead and end turn and see what will transpire. Seems like we get an easy start over at New Orleans with the smaller force being close to the Gatling gun is invented. So we got one force here, a rather large one. We got large force over here, and then we got a lot of troops here and stationed in what I would only imagine to be the capital at this point, or possibly if they have it over here. Anyways, we have a possibility to strike over there. Let's see.
Sir.
He's closing in, and he will be able to help McClellan within 2 turns. He might even be within reach right now. We got this force over here, ready to strike at that location.
Sir.
And the cavalry
At the ready.
is moving very quickly. It could be poised to attack San Antonio, Lower Texas.
Forward.
Ah, these guys standing in the way for the Mexicans to cross. Oh, they drag in. That was not my point. But I guess because they're standing next to the railroad, maybe. We've got quite a large force. Well, we're gonna have to fight this then. I could retreat, but no, let's fight it right here, and then we will be able to take the town the next turn. And thus, cutting the Confederacy into, or at least we'll have we will be control of 2/3 of Texas. No, I think we will be control of the entirety of Texas. Texas was split in 3 provinces in this game, so we will be in entire control of Texas. The main force is not the one we should worry about. The main force is the force that we need to worry about is the force that will reinforce. We have a lot of cavalry. And look at that. It's a river crossing. The thing though is, I'm pretty sure that this is actually very good for me. It all depends on whether or not the enemy force that is reinforcing will spawn behind us or in front of us across the river. We will have this one unlimbered over here, and this one unlimbered over there. Then we got all these cavalry units. The Vendette cavalry could go for the bridge. Then we got 4 units of dragoons. And we got these 2 units of Custer's cavalry, and we got Custer himself. We'll see how the laying of the enemy force is, and then we will proceed accordingly. Yes, the reinforcement army of the enemy will spawn behind us, which means we need to get across as soon as possible. Defeat the army across there, and ready ourselves for the fight as quickly as possible. We gave them one good shot, but we will unlimber. the enemy force coming through up here. Actually, we'll take 2 of the dragoons. We'll dismount them here in the forest and try to hold the enemy back while we cross. Okay, the Vindettes did not cross at the bridge. The silly bastards. The cannons are limbered and should move immediately. Dismount the dragoons. Actually, which dragoons did I dismount? These 2. Custer's force will move. I don't think we have time really to do anything more than actually just charge the enemy here. Hopefully this mass charge of cavalry will be enough to send them off. Just because we have so many of them, and the fact that the enemy... Oh, it is actually a regiment of foot. We've got Custer's cavalry force coming in as well. And Custer himself. Get the artillery over. Sending Custer's men as well. Not entirely sure who that is, but we've got it. Actually, that's James Longstreet moving in. The Confederates are failing here. The massed cavalry charge seemed to have worked. For the fact that we have so many cavalrymen. Do we have the guns over? Yes, both guns. You will situate yourself on this side. And you will situate yourself on this side. Actually, we'll situate you right along here, I think. And you will be over here on an angle. Stupid enemy general. Yeah, let's get the hell out of there. The enemy force has been sent away. Let's get some order here in among the troops. My general versus theirs. Unlimber the artillery. Yeah, the enemy was thoroughly smashed. The 2 dragoon units will be the first one up to be situated here and be ready to defend the crossing. The stupid enemy has sent one of their artillery over. We'll have Custis in the back. And then these 3, not sure. We'll have them stationed here somewhere. Right, ready? Dismount. This unit is being charged and it's not gonna stand. The other one needs to get back on his horse and get across. You guys need to push up and stand in between here. We'll send 1 Vinette over to that side and these 2 will dismount right here. Get back on the cannons, you bastards. And you will open fire on the cavalry crossing. Get the general to safety. He will be up among his men. These two units will move up. Ooh, good. Cut those men to shreds. Crap, they're coming right here. You will also dismount right there. This was the one that managed to mount. I cannot lose this artillery piece. It's vital to our success. I'm sending the general up and hopefully he'll be able to rally some of them. Our cavalry is holding them back, which is good. But they won't be able to hold them for too long. Nice, they're back, but they've lost about half their men, which is not so nice. Since these units will be just here, back here to defend, we'll tell them to hold fire. Okay, the artillery should be ready. Get across. Fall back. What are you firing at? You should be firing this direction where the enemy is coming from. The enemy is crossing over there, you bastards. No, don't! You're shooting your own men. Let them cross. You can see some of it landing in the water. Come on! Didn't I tell you to hold fire? Move quickly. Hold your fire. Load canister and fire at will. I told you to ride through. The enemy is entangled in among everything. They're moving through. Open fire. Now they're breaking. Now you should be able to get through here. There's a risk the enemy coming through here as well. So we'll have Custer's cavalry dismount and be ready. You will be stationed there and you will hold your fire not to shoot your allies in the back. Same with Custer's cavalry. We'll move up. The troops in Empire have never been too clever to successfully get through river crossings. Victory! But this cannot be it. We need to completely send this force off. Custer's force will move back upon their horses, and we will chase these to make sure they're completely gone, which will greatly ease the taking of the town. Come on, hurry. Actually, everyone, get back on your horses. The enemy's out of range, so we switch to round shot. Quite a few Confederates lying here. I was actually expecting more men to come here though. Let's see. Custer's men are ready. Custer will move up with them. The artillery can continue fire for a bit. It will take a while before Custer's cavalry is ready. Mount up. Okay, I believe that all our cavalry is now ready. Charge the cavalry! Oh, we got a random artilleryman running around there. And here's Custer with his own two dragoon units chasing down some Confederates. We want to make sure that there's nothing left to hold the town once we reach it. So that we'll cut our way straight through this. We got 26 men. We just got maybe 50 men surviving on this side. Should be enough. And over on this side, we had quite a few actually slip away. 191 and 71 in this unit. On the upside, there's quite a difference in between the men that we lost and the men that we killed. It was not war, it was murder. How fitting when I ride so many of them down.
Harvesting
Take
supplies.
The force of enemies was entirely destroyed to the point where they seemed to run from Texas. Head over heels.
Sir.
Then we should be able to strike here, but I bet that's a bigger battle. So I think we'll wait with that one. We've got nothing else here to move. We got these. The thing is, I'm not entirely sure what will happen when I fight the Indians, so we'll save.
Your humble
And I can force them to surrender, but I think we're gonna fight it. The Union, which can alone ensure internal peace and external security to each state, must and shall be preserved, cost what it may in time, treasure, and blood. The Indians, I think, outnumber us a bit, but I've got some pretty hardy troops here, and unlike the Indians, we've got artillery. Hopefully the Brits are okay with us taking this. There's a bit of a town here. We'll start on this here hill. And Hancock will be set up over there. Okay, we got the Indians over here. Ah, yes, the Indian fight. The normal Indian infantry hides in the tall grass. Or is it the 54th? The 54th Massachusetts will advance. The artillery should be able soon to fire upon. There we go. They should be able to lay down some good fire here on the Indians advancing. Here comes. Going for this unit. The Indians already break. I think we hit some of the hidden units there as well. Possibly. There they are. You will hold right there, and you will continue to move into that position. You will move and hold here, and you will stand next to that one. Rain down fire upon those Indians! Those are the armed tribesmen, so those are the real unit, as it were, and not just the oh wait, was it? No, the armed tribesmen was the bad units. Hurry! Get in line quickly! The Indians are approaching. They managed to get quite close. But if they're going to beat my regiments, they're gonna have to come a lot closer. Hancock will move up to support his troops. Fire! Good shots. Start to advance on Indian positions. I do think though that we're going to have to move the artillery, because it's only the range of the artillery only stretches as far as the end of the town here, and beyond there we cannot support our troops, and without support, artillery support, we could be overrun. Advance the artillery. We'll advance them in among these houses. There should be plenty of... Hurry up. Get in line. Fire, damn you. Fire, damn you. Fire. Hurry, fire. I wonder, the Indians might be really good at melee combat. Who knows? If their stats have not been changed. This unit will march up, and once the Indians are beaten, they will fire upon them as they retreat. These two units have marched up all the way up here. But we haven't come across any more of the Indians. Was this there all there was? Because I saw more troops, didn't I? The Indians get cut down as they run. Ready! They seem to have lost, this unit has lost their flag. We will continue forwards. This Indian unit is beaten. The artillery is ready. Looking at this balance of power, this seems to be it. Hancock, it seems as though you are victorious. Your African brigades have done well. Is the enemy general within range? No, he's not. You are ordered to advance your brigade, sir. Advance it. Through the forest. And this unit will come in support. Forward the brigade. Blah, blah, blah. Forward the brigade, sir. Forward. Into position. Hold. Give them everything you've got. Indians! They were hidden. It could have been a clever trap. Clever savages. Get into position. Come on, you need to open fire. You need to get in position as well. I fear that we'll have to stand the bayonet charge. Or the charge of the Indians. No, the throwing axes. They're throwing tomahawks. The Indians are beaten. They managed to surprise us a bit, which has caused 50 or so casualties. But in the end, we were able to overpower them. The superior firepower of the United States military stands victorious this day. Heroic victory. I would fight them even if there were 1,000,000. Confederate General Albert Johnson. We lost 64 men and we killed every single last Indian. And we gained Fort Nashawaka, which we will rename something something dark side, something something complete. I don't know. Let's see how angry they are. There's a bit of resistance to foreign oppression, but we've gained good lands. Next up would be Quebec. Unless the Brits manage to march in and retake that area. But that was a good expansion. And I think this will be it for this episode. Next one, we'll go ahead and find the battle over here. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.